Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hello students, we are discussing exercise 6.4. Exercise 6.4 of applications of derivatives and concept is errors and approximation. Okay, up to question number 5 we discussed. Next question number 6. The radius of sphere is 7 meter with an error of 0.02 meter. Then find approximate error in calculating its volume. What is given here? Radius of sphere is given as 7 meter with an error of 0.02 meter. So radius if we consider r, okay. Now r equal to 7 meters given and error delta r, error in calculating radius delta r is given as 0.02 meters. Okay. Then find approximate error in calculating its volume. We have to find delta v. Okay, approximate error in calculating its volume delta v we have to find. Okay. Now let r be the radius and delta r be the error in measuring radius. Now v be the volume of sphere. Let v be the volume of sphere. What is volume of sphere formula? Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Now differentiating with respect to r, dv by dr equal to what we get? 4 by 3 pi constant ma? 4 by 3 pi constant. R cube derivative with respect to r is 3r square. So 3 cancel. 4 pi r square. Okay, 4 pi r square. dv by dr is equal to 4 pi r square. Now error in the volume is delta v. Okay, my error in radius is delta r, error in volume is delta v, and it is given by delta v upon delta dv by dr into delta r. dv by dr into delta r. dv by dr into delta r. Now dv by dr how much we got? 4 pi r square into delta r. Okay. Now where we have to calculate this error in volume? When radius is 7 meters and delta r, error in radius is 0.02 meters. So substitute in place of r 7 and in place of delta r 0.02. So what we get? 4 pi into in place of r 7 square into 0.02. Okay. So 4 pi into 7 square into 0.02. Okay. After simplification, what will get ma? 3.92 pi cubic meters. 3.92 pi cubic meters. This is the approximate error in calculating volume. Okay, what it is? 3.92 pi cubic meters. Okay. Now what is given here ma? Radius of sphere is given as 7 meter and error in radius delta r is given as 0.02 meters. Okay, we have to find approximate error in its volume, approximate error in calculating volume. Okay. So nothing but delta v we have to find. So r given as 7 meters and delta r is given as 0.02 meters. We have to find delta v. So first of all, volume of sphere formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. dv by dr is equal to 4 by 3 pi constant, r cube derivative 3r square, 3 cancel. dv by dr equal to 4 pi r square. Okay. Now change in volume delta v is equal to dv by dr into delta r. Okay, substitute dv by dr how much we got? 4 pi r square into delta r. At what values of r and delta r we have to find? When r equal to 7 and delta r is equal to 0.02. By substituting in place of r 7 and in place of delta r 0.02. So what we get? 3.92 pi cubic meters. 3.92 pi cubic meters delta v. Okay. Next question. The radius of sphere is 9 meters. Okay. Radius of sphere is 9 meters with an error of 0.03 meters. Okay. So radius r is equal to 9 meters and delta r is equal to what? 0.03 meters. Find approximate error in surface area. Here we have to find approximate error in surface area. Okay. Previous problem approximate error in volume. Here approximate error in surface area. Okay. So r is equal to 9, delta r is equal to 0.03. Okay. Now what is surface area formula? Surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Okay. Surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Okay. Now ds by dr is equal to what we get? 4 pi constant r square derivative 2r. So nothing but 8 pi r. Okay. ds by dr is equal to 8 pi r. Okay. Change in surface area. Change in surface area. Okay. So what we get? Delta s is equal to ds by dr into delta r. ds by dr into delta r. Now what we got? ds by dr equal to 8 pi r. So 8 pi r into delta r. Okay. Now in place of r I will write 9 and in place of delta r substitute 0.03. So what we get? 8 pi into in place of r 9 into in place of delta r 0.03. Okay. 72 into 0.03 is 2.16. So what we have? 8 pi into 9 into 0.03. 8972 pi into 0.03. Okay. 72 into 0.03 is 2.16. So 2.16 pi square meters. So approximate error in calculating surface area. My SA means surface area. Calculating surface area is 2.16 pi square meters. Okay. Next question. Question number 8. If f of x is equal to 3x square plus 15x plus 5. F of x equal to 3x square plus 15x plus 5. Then approximate value of f of 3.02. Approximate value of f of 3.02. Okay. 8th and 9th are actually MCQ questions. Okay. Without options I am explaining here. F of x is given as 3x square plus 15x plus 5. Then find approximate value of f of 3.02. Here f of 3.02 means x what we can consider? X as 3 and error in x as 0.02. Okay. So let x is equal to 3 and delta x equal to 0.02. Okay. And what we have? F of x equal to 3x square plus 15x plus 5. F of x equal to 3x square plus 15x plus 5. Now f dash of x, derivative of this part, 3 into x square derivative 2x. So 3 into 2, 6x plus 15x derivative 15, constant derivative 0. So f dash of x equal to 6x plus 15. Okay. Where x value 3 and delta x value 0.02, because we have to find f of 3.02. So x value 3 and delta x value 0.02. Now we have condition, that is f of x plus delta x is equivalent to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x. F of x plus delta x equivalent to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x. Now f of x plus delta x equivalent to what is f of x? 3x square plus 15x plus 5. What is f dash of x? 6x plus 15. What is delta x? 0.02. Okay. So f of x plus delta x is equivalent to f of x is 3x square plus 15x plus 5 plus f dash of x 6x plus 15 into delta x. Okay. Now in place of x substitute 3, in place of delta x substitute 0.02. So what we get? F of 3.02 is equal to, so 3 into 3 square plus 15 into 3 plus 5 plus 6 into 3 plus 15 into 0.02. In place of x we substituted 3, in place of delta x 0.02. So 3 square 9 3s 27 plus 45 plus 5, 45 plus 5 50, 50 plus 27 77. Okay, this is 77 plus 18 plus 15 33, 33 into 0.02 is 0.66. So 77 plus 0.66 is 77.66. 77.66. Okay, this is the approximate value of f of 3.02. Okay, f of 3.02 is 77.66. Okay, next question. Approximate change in volume of a side x meters caused by increasing side by 3%. The next question, the approximate change in the volume of cube of side x meter caused by increasing side by 3%. Okay, now what is given is a cube whose side is x meter. Okay, we have to find approximate change in its volume when side length is increased by 3%. Okay, there is an error in side length. Okay, what is error in side length? 3% of side, no? So suppose side length is x. Okay, change in its side increased by 3% means change delta x. Delta x is what? 0.03x, because 3% of x means 0.03x, no? Okay, suppose side length is x, delta x is equal to what? 0.03x. 0.03x. Okay, now what we have to find? Change in volume, approximate change in volume. So what is volume? Volume of a cube is x cube. Volume of cube is x cube. Volume of cube is what? X cube. Now differentiate with respect to x, what we get? dv by dx is equal to x cube derivative 3x square. Okay, now change in volume delta v is equal to dv by dx into delta x. dv by dx into delta x. Okay, now dv by dx is what? dv by dx is 3x square. 3x square into delta x is what? 0.03x. Okay, dv by dx is 3x square, delta x is 0.03x. So x square into x is x cube, 3 into 0.03 is 0.09. So 0.09 x cube cubic meters. Okay, 0.09 x cube cubic meters. So approximate change in volume of cube is what? Approximate change in volume of cube is 0.09 x cube cubic meters. Okay, now with this we completed this concept, that is approximations, errors and approximation completed. Next concept is maxima and minima. Maxima and minima. This is the final concept and most important concept, maxima and minima. Okay, here maxima minima, this is one of the most important concept because optimizing functions. Here we will find what is maximum of a function, what is minimum of a function. Okay, now optimizing functions is one of the most useful applications of calculations. Optimizing functions is one of the most useful applications of calculus. Okay, now here we will use the concept of derivatives to calculate the maximum or minimum, okay, minimum values of various functions. Here we will use differentiation concepts to find where we have maximum for a function, where we have minimum for a function, and what value of x or what value of variable we have maximum, what value of variable we have minimum of functions. Okay, here we will find turning points of the graph of function. Turning points, what is turning point means? Now if you observe sin x graph, for example if you are drawing from 0 to pi, okay, sin x graph, now sin x graph increases from 0 to pi by 2, okay, after that start decreasing up to pi. Now what is the turning point of sin x in the interval 0 to pi? Pi by 2 is the turning point. Okay, because 0 to pi by 2 sin x increases, 0 to pi by 2 sin x increases, after that sin x decreases up to pi. 0 to pi by 2 sin x increases from 0 to 1, okay, pi by 2 to pi sin x decreases from 1 to 0. Here turning point is what? Pi by 2, okay, pi by 2. Okay, now here in this chapter we will find turning points of the graph of function and find points at which graph reaches its highest or lowest locally. Okay, now for example, if you speak about sin x graph 0 to pi, okay, now sin x reaches highest point at what point? Pi by 2. Okay, that is called point of maxima. That is called point of maximum. What is maximum value of sin x at pi by 2? 1. Okay. Like that, here we will find what are the maximum value, what is the minimum value of function, and what at what points maximum value existing, minimum value existing. Okay. Apart from this, we will discuss about absolute maximum and absolute minimum also. Okay, what is local minimum, local maximum, what is absolute minimum and absolute maximum. Okay, further we will discuss about all this concept. Okay, next, what is a critical point of a function? Critical point of a function, critical point of a function. A critical point of a function of real variable, okay, is any value in the domain where either function is not differentiable or its derivative is 0. Okay, critical point means what are the variables where function has no derivative at that point or derivative equal to 0. Okay, for example, some function we have f of x and its f dash of x is, suppose f dash of x equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. Okay, now f dash of x equal to 0 at 2, 3, 4, no? Okay, now 2, 3, 4 are called critical points. Critical points means the points where f dash of x is 0 or f dash of x does not exist. Okay, critical point of a function of a real variable is any value in the domain where either function is not differentiable or its derivative is 0. Okay, now points where derivative does not exist or derivative is 0, those points in the domain are called critical points of the function. Okay, next, now we will discuss some basic theorem of maxima and minima. Now here I draw two graphs. Okay, y equal to f of x graph here between a minus a to a plus a. Okay, in between in the interval minus a to plus a, if you see. Okay, this is the graph of y is equal to f of x. Okay, now if you observe at x is equal to a, at x is equal to a, we have maximum. We have maximum. Okay, how we can say that at x equal to a you have maximum? Okay, if you observe here, now in the immediate neighborhood of a, immediate neighborhood of a means just below a and just above a. Okay, where h is a small positive number. So a minus h means just below a and a plus h is just below, just above a. Okay, now if you observe in the immediate neighborhood of a, now f of a is the greatest value. Now here what you get? Now this is a minus h comma f of a minus h. This is a comma f of a. This is a plus h comma f of a plus h. Okay. Now a, at a you have maximum. When we can say that a have maximum? Okay. When we have a as maximum, at x is equal to a maximum, when f of a is greater than f of a minus h and f of a is greater than f of a plus h. Okay, now function f of x is said to have a maximum at x is equal to a if f of a is the greater than every other value assumed by f of x in the immediate neighborhood of x is equal to a. Okay, the f of a has a maximum value in the immediate neighborhood of a. Okay, now anywhere here if you observe, f of a is the greatest value. Okay, greater than every other value assumed by f of x in the immediate neighborhood of a. Okay, now f of a greater than f of a minus h as well as f of a is greater than f of a plus h. Then what we can assume, what we can say, x is equal to a gives maximum. Okay, x equal to a gives maximum for a sufficiently small positive h. Okay, h is a small positive number. Now this is a point a plus h here, a minus h here. Okay, now this point is what? A minus h comma f of a minus h. This is a comma f of a. This point is a plus h comma f of a plus h. Now what you can observe is f of a is greater than every other value. Okay, every other value in the neighborhood of a. So x equal to a gives maximum. X equal to a gives maximum. Okay, x equal to a gives maximum. Now similarly, now suppose this is the function, this is the graph. Okay, now what we have here, y is equal to f of x graph. Now we have a point B here, b minus h and b plus h, b minus h and b plus h. Now if you observe, f of b is less than f of b minus h, as well as f of b is less than f of b plus h. Okay, now here if you observe, y is equal to f of x graph, b minus h, b plus h. Now f of b value is less than f of b minus h and f of b plus h. Now what we can conclude here is f of b value is smaller than f of b minus h and f of b plus h. Okay, now a function f of x is said to have minimum at x is equal to b if f of b attains least value than any other value assumed by f of x in the immediate neighborhood of b, means around b. Okay, now if you take b minus h, means just below b or just above b, what you can observe is f of b value is smallest one. Okay, then x equal to b gives minimum value. Okay, x equal to b gives minimum value. Okay, now here x equal to a, x equal to b, if you observe, x equal to a gives maximum value. Okay, as f of a minus h is less than f of a and f of a is greater than f of a plus h, means in the immediate neighborhood of a, f of a is greatest value, so x equal to a gives maximum. Okay, now here in b minus h, b plus h, at these points if you observe, f of b value is least value compared to f of b minus h and f of b plus h. Okay, f of b is less than f of b minus h and f of b is less than f of b plus h, means in the immediate neighborhood of b, f of b is the least value, so x equal to b gives minimum. Okay, now one rough graph, suppose this is y is equal to f of x, y is equal to f of x graph, y is equal to f of x graph. Now here if you observe, between a to b, between a to b, now f of x is a continuous curve here. Okay, f of x is a continuous curve. This is any rough graph, okay. This is y is equal to f of x graph between x is equal to a to x is equal to b. Okay, now here if you observe, at c1 we have maximum, c2 minimum, c3 maximum, c4 minimum, c5 maximum, c6 minimum, c7 maximum, c8 minimum, c9 maximum, like this we have. Okay, but these are all called local maximum and local minimum, local maximum and local minimum. Okay, so local maximum at c1, c3, c5, c7, c9, local minimum at c2, c4, c6, c8. Okay, like this we have. Okay, maximum and minimum we also call them as local minimum, local maximum, okay, relative maximum, relative minimum, like this we'll call. Okay, because these minimum, this maximum, if you observe, this is maximum relative to some neighborhood of that point. Now C2 is minimum in the neighborhood of that point. Okay, these are local maximum and local minimum. Okay, now we will use the term extremum or turning value both for maximum as well as for minimum. Okay, extremum means it can be either maximum or it can be either minimum. Okay, a maximum value or minimum value of a function may not be the greatest value of in a finite interval. Now suppose if you take a to b in the interval, now here we have at C4, C5 we have maximum, local maximum. Okay, C8 we have local minimum. Now if you observe, f of C5 value is less than f of C8, but C5 is local maximum, C8 is local minimum, but local minimum value is greater than local maximum. That can happen. That can happen. Okay. Now here you have local maximum at C1, C3, C5, C7, C9. Okay. Local minimum at C2, C4, C6, C8. Okay. Now here it may be local maximum value may be less than local minimum also. It may happen. Okay. And also one more thing, if you observe, here you have maximum, minimum, maximum, minimum. Now local maximum and local minimum occurs alternatively. It is a continuous function. Okay. Local maximum, local minimum values of a continuous function occur alternatively between two consecutive maximums. Now suppose C1 and C3, two consecutive maximums, there will be a local minimum. There will be a local minimum. Also between two local minimums there will be a local maximum. Okay. Now here C1 and C3, two local maximums, in between them there is a local minimum C2. Okay. Now between C2 and C4, these two are local minimums, in between these two local minimums there is a local maximum. Okay. Now here I will explain these points again. The maximum and minimum value of a function are known as local maximum or local minimum, as these are greatest and least values of functions relative to some neighborhood of that point. Okay. Now here C4 is local minimum. Okay. It is in the neighborhood of C4, it is the least value. Okay. In the neighborhood of C5, C5 is the greatest value. So it is local maximum and local minimum. Okay. Now term extremum or turning value used for both maximum as well as minimum. Okay. Now maximum or minimum value of a function may not be the greatest and least value in a finite interval. Okay. Now if you consider here C1, C3, C5, C7, C9, these are local maximums. These local maximums may or may not be the greatest value of the function in the finite interval. Okay. Next, a function can have several maximum and minimum values, and a minimum value may be greater than a maximum value. That is what we discussed. Okay. You can have many minimums and maximums. In maybe minimum value may be greater than maximum value. Now here if you observe C8, this is a minimum. Okay. F of C8 if you observe is greater than F of C5. Okay. Minimum value may be greater than maximum value. Okay. Next, maximum and minimum value of continuous functions occur alternatively, and between two consecutive maximum values there is a minimum value and vice versa. Okay. Means between two maximum values there will be a minimum. Now if you observe C1 and C3, in between C1 and C3 there is a minimum C2. Okay. Also between two minimum values C2 and C4 there is a maximum C3. Okay. Means between two maximum values there will be a minimum value, between two minimum values there is a maximum value. Okay. Now we will conclude up to here. We will continue remaining concepts in next class. Thank you. Thank you.